Good morning, everybody. I made it. Sorry about the delay. Had some computer or camera issues. I don't know what happened, but I made it. Had to restart everything and get it all started over again. So I apologize for the delay. Good morning, greetings and salutations to everybody on Lions Talk Live. I'm your substitute host once again, Tony Libretto, the Sarge. Um, yeah, sorry about the delay, man. Sorry about the delay. I was trying to text Dan, but obviously he's in Iceland. If you guys aren't ready for that, or if you didn't know that, but yeah, so I'm on there. I made it. The theme of the day is Welcome to the Jungle. I got my GNR shirt on, ready to rock, get this rolling. I also got my coffee, as you know. I got this awesome coffee mug with all my old cassettes that I used to have. Yeah, I was that guy in high school. I don't know if you guys can know if you all know who any of those bands are or not, but I'm sure most of you do. All right, so if you saw the thumbnail, I had Jameson Williams on there. I want to talk a little bit about him and the wide receivers today because, to be honest, it's a little thin there, right? We all knew that going in. They haven't done a whole lot to fix that. Excuse me. So here we are. Let's talk about Jameson Williams, and I'll get to your questions and all that, obviously, too. And let me know what else you might want to talk about. If you want to talk a little bit about GNR, I'm always up for that too. Rock on, right? So let's get to some of this questions. Hopefully, I left a message saying I was having camera trouble, so hopefully y'all come back that maybe left. Get through a good show anyway. All right. So we'll get with Brent. Good morning, Sergeant Duke Crew. Good morning, Brent. Hope you're still here. Lombardi or bust. Oh yeah. All right, Moonscar, fine morning to y'all. Do crew assemble for coffee with the Sarge? Absolutely, absolutely. Let me get this banner off of here. There we go. So I don't want to hide my beautiful face from y'all, right? So, yeah. Good morning, Moonscar Blade. Hokey Doo. Good morning, Sarge, the host with the most. Right on, and my fellow Do crew members. Grit. Woo! There you go. There you go. You get it. All right. Moonscar, Sarge, being a season ticket holder, do you go to all the games? No. We live on the others. I live in Southwest Michigan, so sometimes it's just too much to drive all the way over there, and then drive back in the same day. The primetime games, we're definitely going to the Sunday. Obviously the opening weekend, that Sunday night game against the Rams, we're going to go that for prime time, and we're going to do Thanksgiving. That's always super fun. I don't think we're going to the Monday night game. We did last year and it was a blast, but it's just too much. I think I can't remember exactly when that fell in, but I think we're actually going to sell our Monday night tickets. So yeah, if anyone wants them. Brent DeWitt. Our destructive defensive line will create turnovers for our danger zone secondary. Love it. Hell yeah. 20 interceptions. I mean, I love the optimism, but I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be the case or not. I would love to see it, but I mean, I would take 15. I would be super happy if we got to 15. Moonscar, I'll take 20 interceptions. Brent would love to see it. Yeah, I would love. I'm not saying I don't want it. I would love to see that. Absolutely. Detroit D, GNS, good morning and salutations greetings and salutations to everyone. Good morning to you too, Detroit D. Good to have you on the show. I'm glad you're here. Hope you do. I like the way you're thinking, Brett. Absolutely. I love it too. T-Born, good morning, all. Good morning to you. What's the countdown until training camp? 80 something? No, not to training camp. Yeah, is it? No, it's not even 80. Less than 60, right? Less than 60 days. Who's got the number? Someone, I know someone does. Detroit D, I hope Gibbs works on ball security. Yeah, we got to have him. They both had, him and Montgomery both had, fumbles in bad moments, right? Like, let's hope that doesn't cost us this year. T-Born, good morning all. What's the count? Oh, yep, already did that one. Still don't know. Dave Smith, good morning, sub and all. Good morning to you, Dave. Glad to have you here. Brent DeWitt, how many fumbles did Gibbs have last season? I think he had 2, right? I think it was more they were in crucial moments than just random. I don't. They're never good, right? But I don't know if there's a better time or a worse time than when him and Montgomery both had their fumbles. Bo Booth, good morning, Dew Crew. Catch the JMO train to the Lombardi. Woo! Absolutely. That's what I say. Good morning to you too, Bo. T-Born, I think 1. It could be. I don't remember which one of them. I thought one of them had 2, and the other one, I thought they both had 2, but you guys look it up for me. Robert Yankee, greetings and salutations, Sarge and crew. Good greetings to you too, Robert Yankee. I'm gonna skip my comments. Hopefully, y'all found that I made it back. There we go. Technology is great when it works. Right on, Brent. I hear you there. Hopefully, we get hopefully it doesn't happen again. Moonscar, someone pushed the projector back to the AV room. This one's broke. Right. That is what happened. So I hope y'all come back. Looks like some of you have come back, so let's keep it going. Hokey do. Brent, me and technology are like oil and water. Yeah, same here, man. I was in here 10 minutes before the show, and I was like, well, the light's on. Right there, it's on. But for some reason, it kept telling me that I had another browser using my window or my computer or my camera. And I didn't have anything else open. So I was like, well, I don't. So I don't know. Maybe someone hacked me. Those commies. You never know. Brent, LOL. Rocky, good morning. All this kind of thing happens. Technology is a wonderful thing. Right on, Rocky M. I hear you. Let's see. Courtney Nicholson. Oh, Sarge, I already policed the parade ground. Sounded reveille, raised the flag. Can we fall out and go to mess hall? No, return, abort that, and get back here and talk to me because I'm going to need y'all this morning. All right. Hey, Hokey Doo, Moonscar. Hey, Hokey Doo. The only technology I worry about is aviation, right? When that goes bad, more than shit can hit the fan. Absolutely. Robert Yankee, we don't really need video. Can we just do audio? Well, you got both now. For some reason, the mic wasn't working either. Yeah, glad to see y'all came back. Phil, Sarge getting dressed. I was all dressed and ready, man. Like I said, I got my GNR t-shirt on because we talked a little bit about them yesterday. I'm just not I've been leaving everything open all week so Dan doesn't have to keep sending me a code because when you log in it sends a code to his phone and he's in Iceland, so I've been leaving everything on. So maybe that just wore itself out at that point, right? Like it was like, no, you really need to log off and log back on. But I was able to get it taken care of. So Gary Breed, good morning, Dew Crew and Sarge. Good morning to you, Gary. Hope you're having a great day or great morning anyway. Hokey Doo. My dad was a pilot in the Air Force, Moonscar. That is scary crap. Right. Absolutely. I can only imagine, man. I can only imagine. Rocky M, when I retired, I was going to throw my computer and phone in the lake. But wife advised against it. Don't know how we survived the good years without a phone stuck in my ear. I'll tell you what, I'm glad like my high school years were not captured on video or cameras or phones and all that other stuff. I probably would have been in a little bit more trouble than I actually got into. You know what I'm saying, boys and ladies? All right, good. Let's keep going. Mile marker 301. It's all good. Good morning, Sarge. Good morning, yay, Sarge. Thank you. Good morning to you too. Let's see here. Moonscar Blade. All right. Woo! Coffee time. Absolutely. We got the coffee. I got my precious cassette tape coffee mug. My wife got it for me as a special gift. I don't know. She just got it for. She does that sometimes. I got a great wife. She's. I'm happy, lucky, and undeserving of who I am married to. That's for sure. She's awesome. Moonscar Blade, awesome mug. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Big D. Woo! Sarge. That's me. That's me. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. T-Born, make me some. Coffee? I got lots of it. I got plenty of it, but it's like I told y'all earlier in the week, it's Keurig. So hopefully you don't mind that. I know some people are picky about their coffee. I'm not. I just like it black. Just give it to me. I don't care if it's from the gas station, as long as it's black and hot. I like that. That's it. Rocky M, know the whole cup. LOL, feel old now. Right on, Rocky. I hear you. I hear you. Don Coleon, could be worse. We could be the Bears. Yeah, it could be terrible, right? It could be. I would never want to be a Bears fan. I hope Broski's here today. I don't know if he is. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about some Lion stuff. I'm getting kind of through some of these. Tell me what you think about the receiving core. Tell me what you think Jameson Williams, his ceiling is this year. You know, what do you think his best output is? You know, I've read that he's bulked up a little bit, and you know, I know he's still got those toothpick legs we talked about the other day, but it did say that he's gained, or he's put on a little bit of mass. I mean, a little bit, right? I don't think his frame can hold a whole lot. And you don't want to lose that speed, but it sounds like he's been really keying in on bulking up a little bit, but maintaining that speed. Obviously, he had a couple of drops in camp, and like I said the other day, it's probably something we're just going to have to get used to. But the rest of the room, you know, Amon-Ra, the Sun God, St. Brown, is the only other. I mean, Khalif Raymond is a fan favorite, and I think he's great. But the rest of the guys that are supposed to step up, Antoine Green, Donovan Peoples-Jones, those guys, from what I've read and seen for camp, they didn't step up at all. So what are we going to do? Who's our wide receiver 3? I don't think it can be Khalif Raymond. I think someone else needs to stand up. What do you guys got? Trey Finesse, rise and shine to the Duke crew and Sarge. Rise and shine. Thank you. I've been watching all week, finally getting a chance to comment in the chat this week. Great show all week. I appreciate it, Trey. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Bo Booth, we're back. We are back. Hallelujah. Chuckle Cheese, morning Sarge, morning chat. Woo! Ready for a hot one. Right on, Chuckle Cheese. Good morning to you. I know it's supposed to be 90 here today. We talked about it yesterday. Someone that lived in Miami was ribbing me about being a wuss for the heat, and hey, that's all right. I am. I'll come visit. I'll go visit in the hot place. I just don't want to live there. I got tender skin. You know, I gotta be careful with that heat. Kurt Steele, what up, Do crew? What up, Kurt Steele? Good morning to you. K-pop, good woo morning. I love doing that. At the beginning of the week, I didn't want to do it at all. Now you guys got me, and I'm having fun with it. Sarge, who will have the most receiving yards this year? I'm thinking JMO. So here's the thing. I think, you know, St. Brown, you know, barring any injuries or anything like that, which probably doesn't even need to be said, but St. Brown is going to get his 100 catches, and he's going to get his 12 to 1,500 yards, I think. Does that leave a lot left for JMO? Because don't forget, we've got Laporta that's going to get 80, 90 catches, probably 1,000 yards this time, maybe 1,000 yards. You know, how much yardage is left on that when you also have to factor in Gibbs getting way more involved in the offense this year. I mean, Gibbs could have 1,000 yards rush or receiving. Maybe not, but I'm just throwing it out there. So how many yards are left for everybody else, right? I would love to see JMO lead the team in yards if it doesn't take away from St. Brown as well. And I don't have favorites between the two or anything. I'm just saying, it'd be cool if they both got over 1,000, right? But I don't know if he'll top St. Brown, but man, it would be exciting to have both of them. Y'all remember the days of Herman Moore, um, Brett Perriman, and Johnny Morton? I mean, if we could have a trio like that, and if you have to replace one of them with Laporta, what a season that would be, right? So I don't know if he'll lead or if he'll have the most, but if he does, it'll sure be exciting because I still think St. Brown's going to get his 1,200, his 1,400 yards. So if JMO tops that, woo, that means we are lighting it up. Rocky M, good morning, Kurt Steele. A good Detroit Lions talk to you. There you go. Motown Mitch, greetings, salutations, Sarge and Dew crew. Greetings to you as well. Lions rule, Bears drool. Lions are about to set up many records this year. Most sacks, most INTs, most Super Bowl wins by the Lions. Well, you got the last one right. Most Super Bowl wins by the Lions. I would love to see it. I would love to see the defense show up the way the offense has the last couple of years. So we'll see. We'll see, Motown Mitch. I love the enthusiasm. Five Fingers Freddie, good morning all. One Pride. Absolutely. Good morning to you, Freddie. All right. Chuckle Cheese, about 60-something days to training camp. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I know it's the end of July. Or what? Isn't it start at the end of July? So we're almost midway through June, so maybe 50. I don't know. But we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, Brent DeWitt. Opposing defenses will get tired of seeing the back of JMO's jersey. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Brent. They're going to be chasing him all over the field. And don't forget, he had some great blocks for us downfield last year. So they're also going to be looking out of the corner of their eye if they're chasing somebody else to see if JMO's coming to hunt them down, right? Because he's one of them that's going to be able to catch someone downfield to block, which, was a great – I didn't expect that. I don't know if – I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to him in college because he played for Alabama, but I don't know if he had that that talent or that drive to block for others while he was in college. So that was a surprise to me last year when he was making those blocks. Obviously a pleasant surprise. Robert Yankee, did you happen to see the interview with Chris Field? Man, his brother and that other guy on CBS Sports, that was great. I did not. Tell me more about it. Oh, Spielman. Okay. I still didn't see it, no, but I'll have to go back and check it out because that sounds awesome. I'd love to see anything with Chris Spielman in it. Kneecap biting with the Motor City Lions. Greetings and salutations. Greetings and salutations to you. Both RBs had 2 fumbles all year, like combined, or both of them had 2. But yes, thank you for clearing that up, or kind of clearing it up. Mile marker 301, wondering how timing is taught/coached. I think a lot of the timing, so it's coached, but I think a lot of it is just having, and I'm guessing you're talking about timing with Goff and Jameson. I think that's just something that has to come natural between the two of them. They have to work, and not come natural, but they have to work for it. But I think it's more of a Goff understanding where Jameson is going to be on the field. Part of that is coached, obviously, but Goff isn't a rookie, right? So he's been in the league long enough where he can probably understand. He's like, this guy is fast. I got to put the ball here instead of here, So I think some of it can be coached, but I think mostly it's just reps, getting out there, getting those reps, running the route tree, knowing exactly where he is. And here's something that people maybe not think about as much, or maybe it just popped in my head. I don't know. But, he's got, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players that he throws passes to, and they all run at different speeds. Can you imagine how much you have to think about that when you're throwing the ball to somebody going, is this the fast guy? Is this the kind of fast guy? Is this the slower guy? Obviously he knows who he's throwing to. He doesn't say guy in his head. He says, JMO, St. Brown, whatever. But you got it. So timing is definitely something I don't know is can be coached a lot, but it's just getting reps in practice. All right. Chuckle Cheese. If there were camera phones in our high school days, we'd all be in big trouble. I'm sure I speak for most. Absolutely. Oh gosh. I mean, even just having the phone, like, oh, my folks ain't watching this, so so I used to have to, um, you know, if I was gonna be late, I'd have to use a payphone to call home and say I'm gonna be late. So when I'd come home late and didn't do that, I'd be like, well, there was no there was there was no payphone around where we were, so I couldn't call. It was a bad excuse, and they never fell for it. But now, obviously, no one can use that excuse anymore. Aaron Smith, good morning, Michigan man from Australia. Good morning to you, Aaron. Thank you for tuning in. And back home for a week. Hope I can take Lions jersey back to Australia. That would be awesome. Which one are you gonna get? Which one? You gonna get one of the new rookies? You gonna get a classic like a Spielman? Let me know. Kneecap biting with the Motor City Lions. But in that NFCXG, that was a bad exchange too. Gibbs never got the ball securely before. I think I know what the NFC. I think I know what you're talking about, and yeah, it was a bad exchange. Unfortunately, someone gets dinged for the fumble, right? But I see. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about, and yeah, I get that. The DT got there, yeah. Robert Yankee, I hope Isaiah Williams will be the receiver that we did not expect. That would be something. I believe that's the rookie out of Illinois. I believe. Yeah, I mean, it'd be great to. I mean, I don't know if we can strike gold twice. St. Brown obviously being a fourth round pick and having what was it, 16 receivers taken before him. Isaiah Williams being an undrafted rookie. I mean, it would be great. It would be great to see. We need someone. We need a third. Like I said, Khalif Raymond, I don't know if is a wide receiver 3. I think he's more of a specialty package type receiver, like not a designated wide receiver 3, 4, 5 or whatever. I mean, obviously in the depth chart, it'll say something like that. But I'd really like to have someone on the opposite side of JMO stretching the other side of the field. But we'll see. It'd be great if Williams steps up. Trey Finesse, I'm interested to see what Antoine Green can do this year. I am too. I was glad he made the team last year. I thought he'd be used a little more just because we weren't real deep, but then they went out and got Donovan Peoples-Jones. So, maybe he wasn't making that first year leap yet. But like I said, I saw in the camp that he didn't separate himself much with DPJ. So, and obviously he's younger. So we'd like to see the younger ones step up where the veterans are struggling. So maybe he's our 3. But I'd like to see him do it. Gary Breed, hit that like. Yes. Everyone hit the like button, please. Don't forget. And subscribe if you haven't yet. If you're a first timer, come on in, subscribe. I'm just a substitute, but Dan will be back next week. Brent DeWitt, towards the end of last season, I really liked the way JMO was coming down with contested catches. I think he balls out, gets close to 1,000 yards. I think so, Brent. If he gets close to 1,000, I'll call it a successful season. And he was fighting for some contested balls. Again, for some reason, he's probably going to have a couple of drops. Hopefully they're not, 40 yards downfield with him wide open, running to the end zone. Hopefully it's not those. But I think, he did improve dramatically towards the last part of the second half of the season. And I think if he works on ball secure, on catching, which is all signs point to he is, maybe he doesn't have so many and gets that 1,000 yards. Gary Hutchings, good morning. Good morning to you, Gary. Grit for life. Absolutely. I saw a rat open for Judas Priest. Awesome. I'm almost more excited to see the D play this year than the O. Yeah. JMO is scared D's even when he wasn't one of the primary receivers. Yeah. Yeah. I got to say it. Yeah. JMO, his speed is always a fear for the other team. It just always is. If he's on the field, you have to know where he is. That means you're taking, the thought process from the DBs, at least the DBs are like, don't let this guy get behind me. So even if they're not covering him, they're still looking at him out of the corner of his out of their eyes, going, "Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?" And rat open for Judas Priest. That is awesome. I actually just saw Judas Priest about 3 weeks ago. They were here. They were in Kalamazoo, and it's the first time I ever got to see him. So I was super happy. And I've seen Rat a couple times in years past. So outstanding. All right, Aaron Smith. We got a good receiving core. Still think we're missing one more player. That's what I was kind of getting at with the whole what are we going to do with our receivers, right? You want to see these young guys step up like Antoine Green, like Williams. But if there's somebody else available, like I was saying the other day, we talked about that 40 million cap that we've still got. And I think, if none of them step up in training camp, then maybe we start talking to other teams. Or I don't know who's out there in free agency, if they're any better than what we have already. But maybe we start talking to some teams. There's some receivers out there on other teams that either aren't happy about being there, or they're on teams that are rebuilding and they might not be a part of the future. So we'll have to see. Absolutely. Moonscar, Jameson Williams stepping up is key. Absolutely. If we can get him to 85 catches, 5 per game, 1,300 should be possible. 16 yards average, 8 touchdowns. That would be a nice stat line. I would not be mad at that, Moonscar Blade. I would not be mad at that. All right, Gary Hutchings. Now that JMO will start, it will be complete tear for defenses. I'm with you. He's going to be, a very big, Josh Reynolds is gone. That helps a lot. Even though, he was good for us, other than that, everyone talks about the last thing that he did for us, which was negative. But I think he definitely, over the last couple of years was a good receiver for us. And now that he's gone, that frees up a lot for JMO to come in. Bo Booth, I believe we have a golden leaf Golden Khalif Raymond, right? Both him and DPJ. I have to pour a little salt regarding any negative word on them. All right. I'm not trying to be negative about Khalif Raymond. Like I said, I think he's great. He's a huge fan favorite. Favorite of mine. I like seeing him out on the field, especially when he makes those amazing plays. I just don't think he's I don't think he's the player that they want out there all the time, because he's great in those special packages that they bring in, or when they need a first down. He's a great third down specialist kind of guy. And DPJ, obviously I want him to do well. He was a Michigan guy, so I really want him to go back. He had a really good season for Cleveland just a couple of years ago, and when they weren't so great. So I hope he steps up. I'm just saying what I've seen. Chuckle Cheese, I love Raymond. Ever since I seen him throw the block of the year last year. Was that Khalif Raymond? I thought Craig Reynolds threw the block of the year. I might be wrong, unless you're talking about a different play. Tell me which play you're talking about. All right, Motown Mitch, wide receiver, receiving yards, St. Brown, DPJ, JMO, then Raymond. Interesting. Very interesting. If DPJ steps up, I hope that means DPJ steps up and has a great year, because if he's having an average year, then that means JMO isn't getting what we want him to get. So it's interesting. It's an interesting take. I'm not bashing it. I'm just I hope that doesn't mean JMO is just has like a 500-yard year. I hope that doesn't mean that. Chocolate cheese. With this new D, the Lions will have the ball more, which equals higher score and more yards. I'm predicting 5 players with 1,000 all-purpose yards. Bank it. I like it. I like it. Yeah. What 5 players are you thinking? I mean, I can think of obviously St. Brown and Gibbs will at least will have 1,000 all-purpose yards. Montgomery could probably rush for 1,000 alone, so he's probably the third guy. Then who you got? Is it JMO and Laporta or somebody else? Those would be my 5 if we have 5 with at least 1,000. David Barnett. I would love it if Leaf was our wide receiver 3, but I would still love a tall guy for the red zone. Are you talking about Ryan Leaf? That's got to be it, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think he's past his prime. I don't know. Do you mean somebody else? Let me know. Chuckle Cheese. Damn, you're right. 50 days. Wow, it's here. Go with Lions, right? Yeah, it's coming up fast. Don't let summer get away from y'all. JP page 2, the Chris Spielman interview was really good. A lot of what we fans speculated about was shown to be true. I'm looking forward. I'm gonna have to look it up and find it. I definitely want to see that. He was one of my favorite players in the 90s. Him and Benny Blades, if y'all remember him. Mike the Marine Gunny. Howdy, Sarge and Lions Faithful. Howdy to you, Mike. Hope you're having a great morning. All right, Chuckle Cheese, payphones. Wow, 20 cents seems like a lifetime ago. Yeah, it was. They were all over, and I never was allowed to have the excuse of not being able to call home, even though I still use it as an excuse. But yeah, they were everywhere back then. Dr. Detroit, I hope Green shows up what he has. I do too, Dr. Detroit. I really hope that he's able to make a stride. You know, him and Broderick Martin, right? Where we had a little bit more higher expectations than I guess realistically we should have, because neither one of them really got on the field. Aaron Smith and wants 58, 97, 14 for my son. Those are all great jerseys. Those are all great ones. I have the 97 one. I might get another one this year. I don't know. My wife wants to get a Gibbs one, so we'll get that first and then see if I get to have another one. Chuckle Cheese, DPJ can be that 3. I hope so. That's why I asked, what do you guys think? I like Donovan Peoples-Jones. I do. I was glad when they re-signed him, and I hope he can be that guy for sure. Because I think if he can bring that talent that he has onto the field, you know, we're definitely going to be tough to beat. Chuckle Cheese, Green making the team shows you that they see something in him. Yeah, I can see that. Absolutely. David Barnett, when we have JMO, Gibbs, and Leaf on the field at once, we have more speed than any team in the NFL. Yeah, we're pretty fast. I mean, I don't know about any team in the NFL because, you know, those guys in Miami are fast. They are ridiculous. Obviously, Tyreek Hill is there. Waddle is also a speed freak. And that running back, Achane, is fast. And so is Mostert. You know, people forget about Mostert. So we probably have the second fastest. Hokey Doo. Aaron, I get a lot of my official Lions gear from Fanatics. There you go. Don't forget that. It's kind of more fun to get him right at the place, though, if that's where he's going. I don't know if he's going like to Ford Field to get him or not, but I got you. Robert Yankee, I believe the character of our players and the quality of our coaches is an advantage that we have over everyone. Absolutely. I think this coaching staff is the best in the league right now. I really do. Even with some flaws, like, you know, a lot of people get on Aaron Glenn a lot, but he is popular in that locker room. And that means, I think, more to me than more to the players than some of the flaws that he does on the field. And, you know, we complained a lot about him sometimes, but he didn't have the players, right? Now there's no excuses. This defense should be a top 10 defense, and if it's not, you're gonna start looking at Aaron Glenn for that. But other than that, I do think we have the best coaches in the league. David Barnett, we have near the fastest offense in the NFL and the slowest defense. Maybe, but yeah, our offense is definitely top 3 speed wise. Defense, I don't know how slow we are, I guess, but hopefully we just, if we can get pressure on that quarterback, it's not going to matter. Hopefully. Paul, I started investing into JMO a few months ago. Just had a huge feeling he was going to go off this year, even before all the hype talk. Right on, Paul. I'm with you. I think having a full year, he's long past his recovery for his knee. He's long. Well, I don't know if he's long past his gambling issues, but he's not doing it. I'm sure he's not doing it at the training facility anymore. I really would love to see 17 games out of that guy and see what he can do throughout the year. All right, Bo Booth. I saw the Rolling Stones first goodbye tour. Yeah, and they're not even done yet. That'd be an awesome concert, Bo. I'm jealous. I've never got to see that. Phil, aren't those bands getting old playing guitar when needing a walker? Hey, these guys are still out there rocking. Well, Kix just had their farewell tour or their farewell show. They're from Baltimore, so they had it there. Skid Row's still jamming. They got Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm singing for them right now. I saw some videos. It's ridiculously good. Let's go. Motley Crue. Vince needs to hang it up. Those guys need to hang it up. All the drugs they did in the 80s, it shows now because they are terrible live. I've seen it. And I don't know who else is on here, but Bon Jovi just had surgery. Tesla's still great. They just had a live show the other day. I didn't see it myself, but everyone said it was amazing, and he's still got a great voice. Poison, Bret Michaels he's probably the most spry old guy out there, other than maybe the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger, he's pretty spry for 80, but I saw Bret Michaels last summer, and he put on a heck of a show. He was dancing all over the stage. It was pretty amazing. Paul, sports cards. Oh, okay. Paul, he's going to be awesome. Awesome special team player, especially with new rules. Who are we talking about? I forget now. Are you talking about Green? Brent DeWitt, number 1 offense plus top 15 defense equals Lombardi Trophy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you there. I said that last year at the beginning of the year. If we can have a top offense, which we did, and a top 15 defense, we would be going places. And we got to the NFC Championship. I'd say the sky's the limit for this team. Chuckle Cheese, they're saving that money for the deadline. That could be. All teams competing for the ring usually buy at the deadline, so that's why they got that money. Yeah. Why they got that bag. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, unless, like I said a few days ago, unless something catastrophic happens at training camp. Moonscar Blade. I saw Motley Crue's Death Pack tour and Slayer's. All liars, LOL. I saw Slayer over at Pine Knob by Detroit for their farewell tour a couple years back, and it was amazing. I even bought the what they call the VIP tickets. I was probably 10 feet away from Kerry King when he was jamming on his guitar, and there's flames. I could feel the heat. Oh man, it was an amazing concert. And then they said they're coming back. I think they just missed playing. I don't know. I'd go see him again because Slayer is amazing, especially live. Go see him if you haven't seen him, guys. Chuckle Cheese, All right. Bo Booth, agreed, Sarge. Leaf has to be played a bit sparing due to his size. That's where DPJ should shine. Yeah, I agree with that. Like I said, I like seeing Khalif Raymond coming in for special plays, or I don't think he should be out there 90% of the time or whatever, but Well, none of them are going to be 90% time, but yeah, it'd be nice to see him just coming in for special plays, third down, or when we, need someone on a screen, something like that. Get him out there for some special plays and then get him off because he is a smaller guy. Motown Mitch Reynolds laid the smackdown on Carlton Davis against the Bucks. That's my block of the year. Yes, that's what I was talking about. I wonder if they've talked about that at camp, but that was the best plot. I think that was the best block of the year for the NFL. I mean, that was ridiculous. It was amazing. And it shows, even our, Craig Reynolds has always been a gritty player that the Lions coaching staff just absolutely love. Who could do Moonscar? Love me some Motley Crue. Right on. Motown Mitch, and yes, just don't see JMO as a 1,500 yards guy. See him more as an 800 yards kind of guy this year, and DPJ a 1,000 yard kind of guy. Wow, that's a bold statement, Cotton. I don't know. I would like to see it reversed with DPJ getting 800, but if DPJ has 1,000-yard season for us this year, that means no one ever stopped us. I think, that means we're winning 13, 14 games. We're winning the Super Bowl because that means our offense is just destroying other teams. Chuckle Cheese, the St. Brown catch where Raymond came out of nowhere for the block. ESPN said block of the year. St. Brown, Laporta, Gibbs, Monty. Oh, the 5 that you got the 1,000 yards for. Sorry, my little light thing turned off. There we go. All right. Yeah. Okay. I remember that. I'll have to go back and watch it again, though. Like I feel like I'm seeing what one you're talking about, but I'll have to go back and watch. Bo Booth, Leaf is Khalifa. Yeah, I figured that out. Sorry, I was like, what? Because I thought it said QB3 in talking about Leaf. So I thought it said QB3, and it probably said WR3. So that's my bad. Moonscar Blade, Hokey Do, go to Soaring Eagle next weekend and watch Fat Vince sweat all over the stage, minus Mick, and you can enjoy their new So-So song. For those that y'all don't know, it's talking about Motley Crue. Yeah, Vince is terrible. He sings like every third word. Mick Mars was the best musician of that band, and he quit. Johnny Five is a great guitar player, but it's just weird that he's in Motley Crue. And yeah, their song's terrible. And I was Motley Crue was my favorite band until GNR came along, and then everything was over. Phil, you played cornerback, Sarge? Yes. What was your 40 time? Not great. I mean, I played for a small school. I was about 100 pounds less than I am now because I was, if I was 100, well, not 100 pounds, but I was about 155 pounds in high school. And I'm 5'8", so I have short legs, but I ran I think my best was probably like a 4.8. So I'm not fast. Well, let's be fair, in high school and I played for a small school, that was pretty fast. It was fast enough to beat out to catch most people. All right. Moonscar Blade, Motley Crue was my growing up band. Yeah, same. Like I said, they were, I still have 2 of their records, vinyl records. I still have them that I bought when they were brand new. I got Shout at the Devil and Theater of Pain, and I still have them. They're in my record collection right now. I have a lot of records from back then that I went to my dad's house a few years back and grabbed them all. They were in the basement and they still work. I still listen to them. It's awesome. I love it. All right. Courtney Nicholson, give DPJ a chance. Cast Tech rules. I love him. I do. I want him to be great. I just hope he is, Phil, you like Ted Nugent, Sarge? I do. His music is awesome. And I love hunting. So I love watching him do his hunting shows. And I actually have a couple of his records too from back in one of them I just bought at there's a record store by us that has a bunch of used records and stuff. So I just bought another one of his records the other day. It was a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I do. Moonscar Blade, I'm definitely interested in seeing what DPJ can bring to the offense. He has a chance to prove he's better than his career has gone. Yes, I'm all for DPJ. I'm not knocking on him. I'm just saying he needs to step. He needs to do it. It's time. He's been in the league 5 years now. So I hope he does step up. If you're watching DPJ, this is your time. Hokey do, Moonscar. I like all classic rock. Right on. All right, David Barnett. Leaf has great hands and gets separation. Yes, he does. Leaf is what coach calls Khalif Raymond. No, I get it. I know what you're saying. I just for some reason I thought I read QB3 when you said Leaf, so I was thinking you meant Ryan Leaf. Chuckle Cheese. I agree. The coaches are definitely top notch. Absolutely, I think so. Bull Booth, the air traffic control crew will put wide receivers in a stranglehold. I love the air traffic control. Good. Absolutely. Ed W, this year is a test of a lifetime. Man, I feel like I need to back up or something. I don't know what's going on with this. For this coaching group, right? Breaks and weaker teams are far and few between, with scrambling quarterbacks being our Achilles heel. And we have plenty to play against. I'm nervous. Well, I agree with you mostly there, Ed. I do think this will be a test of a lifetime for the coaches. Let's be honest. Some of these scrambling quarterbacks are Achilles heel for all the defenses out there. I mean, Lamar Jackson didn't just run all over us. He ran all over everybody. Some of the younger guys that are scramblers like Jordan Love, they're gonna do their damage, and it's not just against us. Now, obviously, the top defenses can still stop those guys, but not always, right? Like Josh Allen, he's a runner and he bulldozes everybody. I watched some Bills games last year, and it didn't matter what the defense was, he was going to get his yards, right? It's just how much you can limit those running quarterbacks. I think our defense is much improved, so hopefully it's not our Achilles heel this year. Hokey do, Motor City Madman, you got it right on. Ted Nugent. Phil, now that the teams have film on us, can the Lions maintain the offensive barrage? I think we can't be stopped. I mean, I think it comes down to the offensive line, and we still have the top offensive line in the NFL. If they can't get pressure on Goff, that means he's got all day to throw. That means, when our running backs get a handoff and don't get touched until they're through the line of scrimmage, what are they going to be? There's only so much tape you can get on someone or film or whatever that shows, that when you're watching, you're like, well, I hope we can just slow them down. That's all teams are going to be able to do is try to slow us down. They're not going to be able to stop us. Phil, Motley Dew. I love it. Show that to Dan. We'll do it. Phil, Neil Young rocks. He's I like his music. We're actually going to see him in Louisville in September. We're going to a music festival called Bourbon and Beyond down there, and he's the Thursday night headliner. So definitely going to see Neil Young for the first time ever. So it'll be cool to see him. Moonscar Blade, Bruce Dickinson of Iron Maiden is the most spry. Those shoes are amazing. That's, he did. I didn't even think about him. Yeah, he still runs all over the stage. He takes care of himself. He's definitely getting up there in age. I don't know how old he is. Like I said, I just saw Judas Priest a few weeks ago. Rob Halford, he's 72, still has a voice, but he doesn't move around the stage very much. Or when he does, he just kind of walks around. But man, Rob Halford can still sing. I'll tell you what. Paul, sorry, I was talking about Leaf. I got you. Phil, are these old fart bands using CG and hologram to get through the shows? Some of them should. I'm just saying. Chuckle Cheese, everyone take a second, look back 3 years ago. We were the laughing stock of the NFL. Now everyone is afraid of us, literally, how things change so quickly. I don't see them not winning the Super Bowl. Same here. Same here. I don't think so. I think as soon as and so a lot of people when we hired Dan Campbell, a lot of other teams and a lot of the NFL experts said laughed about it, joked about it. When he started talking about biting kneecaps, everyone made fun of him. Well, I ain't laughing now. I'll tell you, things change in a heartbeat. And well, not in a heartbeat. It took a lot of work, right, to get where they are with Holmes leading the charge with Campbell, and then all the other coaches getting the right teams in place. It you can see the build up to where we are right now. Phil, how can they be hairband without hair? Yeah, some of them probably don't have as much hair as they used to. That's for sure. Moonscar FL, LOL. Once they die, they do. Ronnie James Dio, live but dead. That's right. I wish I never got to see Dio, and I'm disappointed. Chuckle Cheese, I'm sorry, Reynolds. You guys are right. Sorry about that bad info. It's all good. Oh, Phil laughing. Phil, do they make handicap guitars? I don't think so. Phil, Johnny 5 is now Johnny 500. Yeah. Chuckle Cheese, GNR for life. My favorite band too. All right. Rock on. That's awesome. Frank Zappa loves Leaf. What kind of leaf are you talking about? All right. Mile marker. Have a good day, y'all. Thanks, Sarge. Thanks. You have a great day too. Dynamo Hum. Dave Barnett, I think our defense might be great, is powerful and great at stopping the run since our corners lack long speed. I hope they're great at jamming. Yeah, I do too. Hokey, have a great day. Mile marker. Bo Booth, happy trails to you. All done and dusted. See you tomorrow. See you, Bo. Have a good one. I guess we are coming up on 8 o'clock. Man, time flies. Time flies. Morning, Sergeant Dew Crew. Good morning to you, Big Daz. Later, Bo. What else? Chuckle Cheese, I agree. I think we're unstoppable. We were 15 minutes from the Super Bowl with the worst D. Yeah, imagine what else we can do. David, have a great day, Sarge. Thank you. Have a great day to you. And Phil, ever go fishing, Sarge? I do like to fish. I don't get to do it very often. I'm trying to do it more this year. Just because it's hard to get out and do it. I don't have a boat or anything, but yeah. I do want to do more fishing. I haven't gone in a long time. And Phil, live with Sarge after Dan's show. Right on. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all being here. I know it means a lot to Dan that you guys are coming around. It means a ton to me that you guys listen to me for an hour every morning. So with that being said, I'm gonna sign off for the day. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure what the weekend looks like yet. So tomorrow might be my last show, but last substitute show. I'll still come on and talk to Dan all the time. But I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks again. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll see you tomorrow on Lions Talk Live.